Right, well, welcome back everybody. So we're getting set up here and we're going to have a look at another functional skills level 2 non-calculator paper. So as I mentioned before, we do have only limited samples of these at the present moment, so you will see examples from other awarding bodies appearing in these videos. The main point is to give you practice and familiarization of how these type of papers work. Now, for those of you doing reform functional skills, just as a recap, you do have to do a non-calculator paper, which is the one that does put a lot of fear into people, and a calculator paper, which everybody sometimes gets a little bit more comfortable with because they have the comfort blanket of the calculator. However, if we think of a few golden rules, this type of paper doesn't have to be as scary. And in fact, the skills that you utilize for here, you can also use as well if you need to do the double check method in the actual calculator paper itself. Okay, so the purpose is really just to get you an idea of the questions, and I'll put the answers up for you. If you want more detailed explanations of the answers, can you please let me know, and I'll spend some time going through them with you, because ultimately this is a YouTube video. We are limited to 15-minute time slots. You can actually download from YouTube if you want to download this to your portable device or laptop. If you do need the links or help on that, again, let me know and I'll show you how that's done. So basic purpose is look at the question, put yourself on pause, do the question, press play, and then we'll look at the answers together. Okay. So as I said, I'm only going to give a general explanation, more detail, let me know, and I'll go through. But the main purpose, again, is have a look at the questions as well. There's nothing wrong with you having a look at the answers first, should you wish to help guide you. There's, in fact, nothing wrong with actually doing these questions in the first instance on a calculator to help you. But ultimately, you do need to do these with a outer calculator, okay? So I keep saying to everybody at the time, please gen up on your log division and your log multiplication, because they will be your friends. Okay, there are videos out there I've done that support videos that can help you for that. If you need extra help, if you want some point direction where they are, let me know and I can get those links to you. We choose to have those links as well. I'll give you those links. I can also give you extra additional practice papers as well, or practice questions to get yourself back into the swing, because some of us, I know school was a long time ago and we may have forgotten how to do certain things, or perhaps like me, you never really did very well at maths at school because of the way it was taught and the way it was put forward to you, and it probably, if I was pun, it scared the heck out of you. Okay, so here we're not doing that. We're trying to actually get you a little bit back into it and realize at the end of the day, maths is just solving a problem, and you solve problems every single day. And by heck, we've had a few of those this year. So here's a question for you. So if you look at Build a Builder, all right, put yourself on pause, read that question through, have a try at it, and then when you're ready, press play, and I will come back to you for me straight away in a few minutes, and we'll have a look at the answer together, or at least the format. Okay, so basically I've broken the question down here. I'd like to have a read. Okay, take careful look at what's actually needed, read the question. That's the important part. Okay, so essentially you're breaking things down. Okay, so I'd like to have a read of that question, digest that in your own time. And again, if you need some help and assistance with that, that's what you need. But essentially you're going to need 36 kilograms to fulfill what's needed up here. Okay, right. So if we now look at questions 2 here, question A, question B, if you'd like to look through that, okay. Put yourself on pause and I'll rejoin you momentarily with the answers. Just remember, you've got a formula here. If there are no gaps in between, it's going to be multiplication, and you're going to be squaring t, okay? Not such a scary thing as you may think initially, but we shall look at the answers together shortly, okay? Put yourself on pause, have a go, and I'll rejoin you shortly. So question 2, 2.71828, right, 3 decimal places. It's going to be 2.718, and it's going to be 8 because what we do is our decider is the 4th decimal point here. So if that's between 1 and 4, it's going to stay as it is basically. If that is 5 to 9, then that 8 would actually change to 9 and would actually go up. Okay. I just remember that the golden rule. Again, not sure. I can go over that with you. Question B here, work out the value of P when t equals 10. Right, order of operation is that you do need to do the multiplication first. Okay. So translated, it's 3 times 10 times 10. So what we're doing is our t squared, okay, is 10. So essentially that's 10 times 10 is 100. Then we're going to multiply that by the 3. So that's what we need first. The t squared is what we need first. We then multiply it by 3, which gives us our 300. Okay. These type of questions come up quite a bit. Get your mind around them because they're actually easy money. If that was actually, for example, 3 minus t squared, again, you'd make sure that you do your multiplication part first. So really, some question like that, so that second part needs to be done first, then that number part is the last part that you actually do. Okay, so if you'd like to have a look at question 3 here with Lizzie, look through that, and then once you're ready to proceed, press play and off we go. Right, here's your answer here. Again, if you can see what I've done here, I have used long division and I have used long multiplication because this is actually helping you actually put your answer together. Okay, so we've broken that all down here. Okay, have a look through, have a read through. Any questions, let me know. Okay, again, I've got some videos and support videos on this that can actually help you. Okay, but again, what you're actually looking down is this is helping you break down all the points here that you actually need. Okay, and remember with long multiplication, when you come to the second line, you're always going to add an extra 0 to count that you've shifted to your tens line. And then if it's the next line along, if say that was a 3 figure, you then have another 2 zeros here before you start your calculation. Okay, but again, that's all explained in the long multiplication videos. This one's a bit more tricky. Have a look and enjoy. And we shall come back to it. I'll come back to you with the answer shortly. Okay, now this is a question I'll quite happily go over with you on a one-to-one basis if you wish. Probably going to reduce this into lesson quite shortly anyway. But essentially you're breaking things down. So I've done a process here, okay, which is hopefully going to actually help explain everything, okay. Broken down, you need to convert, which is what I've done here. Then you're going to work out the area. And then we take it from there. Now, essentially, we remember is when you're actually going to do an area of a triangle, which is essentially what we're going to do, you're going to be dividing things in 2, okay? Because it's half a rectangle, half a square. So imagine that one. Now, again, I've got some help videos on that. This is like a typical extension question, but I'd like you just to look at the process there as we go through that. And then what I'd like you to do is any questions I'd like you again to keep saying, come back to me and we can talk through this, because sometimes help me actually explaining it to you face to face, via Zoom, helps us actually understand the question that a little bit better. Okay, but at least I've tried to do is a breakdown of how the sums would actually work on that. And again, you can see what we're doing is we're doing essentially long multiplication. And there we'd have reverse calculations, which get more homework for you. So reverse calculations, like a check, is essentially showing how you check your answer to make sure you've actually got the answer correct in the first place. Okay, so it's like you've got your weekly bill, you're adding up weekly bills for shopping, you know how much it's come to, you then want to perhaps do a backtrack. You've already gone to Amazon, you want to make sure that you've actually got the right prices, so then you're just going to backtrack back and subtract everything, and you eventually come back to 0, so you've actually got the right answer. Okay, so here we go. That's that done. Any questions, queries, let me know. But thank you very much for your attention and watching, and I'll see you on another video soon. Thank you very much.